In this video, I'll walk you through the best practices for running successful phishing simulation campaigns with GoPhish. So whether you are new to GoPhish or you're looking to refine your campaigns, this video has got you covered. Let's get right into it. Phishing simulations are cybersecurity training exercises that simulate real phishing attacks and help employees recognize and respond to them. So this is one of the best ways to train your employees on how to respond to cyber attacks. Planning a successful phishing simulation campaign can be difficult, but if you follow the right steps, you can get them right. So the first thing you want to do is obviously plan your campaign. And this involves setting clear goals. So you want to know what you're running this phishing simulation campaign for. So whether it's for training or for compliance. So if you have a clear goal in mind, you will know the best way to approach your campaign. So the second thing in the planning phase is to segment your target. So you don't want to target everybody. Most times you want to group your employees into departments or roles so you know which emails to send to what particular departments. You might want to send more sophisticated emails to the tech department, and you might want to send simulated marketing emails to the marketing department. So if you have your employees grouped and if you segment your targets, you can have a more successful campaign. So another thing you should do in the planning phase is setting realistic expectations. So remember, you're only trying to educate your employees and you're not trying to punish them. And you must make sure the leadership team is aware of this. So you shouldn't punish anyone for failing a simulation campaign. The goal is to create awareness and the goal is to educate your employees. So let's get into the GoPhish setup stage. So if you want to set up GoPhish, we have tutorials you can check out. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. We have a tutorial you can use to set up GoPhish on AWS, and we have one you can use for Azure. So I'll leave the links to the GoPhish setup in the description below. In your setup, you want to make sure you are setting up GoPhish in a secure environment. So the best way to do this is to set them up in reliable cloud platforms like AWS or Azure. So you don't want to be setting up GoPhish on a local computer and exposing your network to different threats. So you want to make sure you have a secured GoPhish software setup in a secured environment. So the next thing you want to do is make sure you have TLS set up for your admin dashboard and landing page. We have clear tutorials on how to do this on our YouTube. I'll leave links to them in the description below. So this is a GoPhish instance without TLS, and you can see it saying not secure, and you don't want your targets to see this not secure info. So you want everything to look right. You want to have TLS there, and you want to make sure everything is set right. So this can make your campaigns more convincing. So the next thing you want to do is set up a custom DNS for your landing page. So we have a tutorial on that. You don't want a random IP address or a random subdomain showing up as the GoPhish landing page URL. So you want to theme this to the campaign purpose. You want the domain name to be similar to your company's website or a service your employees use. So let's move on to email templates. The first thing about email templates is keeping it believable. So you want to use language and branding that is consistent with your organization or a familiar third party. Then you want to avoid overcomplicated scenarios. So phishing emails work best when they mimic real life scenarios like password resets or delivery notifications. So you want to keep things as simple as possible most of the time. So always test your links. So make sure all your links redirect properly and make sure tracking works. So make sure you test all your campaign links. For email templates, we have templates on our GoPhish instance on Azure and AWS. So we have different templates you can use here. Let's check out one of them. So this is an eBay template and we have everything all set up for you. So check out GoPhish on Azure and AWS by going to HailBytes.com and clicking the GoPhish Azure or the GoPhish AWS option. So the next step is setting up your landing pages properly. So make sure you match the email branding. So make sure you match everything you set up with the email templates, and make sure you collect minimal data. So just ask for the information you need. So this will help you to stay effective and track what you just need. So we also have a few templates to get you started, and you can check them out here. Let's take a look at some of them. And you can use these landing pages to help you get started with your campaigns. So the next step in a phishing campaign is running the campaign, and you want to test out your campaign internally before you send it out to the whole company. So send it to a small group or send it to yourself and just make sure everything is working right. The next thing here is spread out your emails. So you don't want to send out all emails at once. You want to send emails out in bits to avoid suspicion. Delay them a bit to different departments or to different people in the same department. So this will reduce suspicion. So also test your email deliverability. So make sure your emails are not going into the spam box, and make sure you fix any bad email deliverability before you publish your campaign. So you might also want to monitor your campaign response in real time and keep an eye out on click rates and submissions to identify trends. So the last thing on the list here is the post-campaign follow-up. So this is one of the most important parts of a successful phishing campaign. So the first thing you want to do is analyze your results. So look for patterns, look for departments with the highest click rates, with the most submissions, and so on. And you want to use this analysis to improve your next campaign. So feedback and training. So this is the most important for me, and this is the purpose of a successful phishing campaign. So you want to provide employees with a detailed report and guidance on how to spot phishing emails, and you want to tell them what they did wrong, where they clicked, and how to avoid doing that in the future. So you also want to provide them with an organized training seminar or an organized training course. So we have a course on Udemy. I'll leave a link to this in the description below. So this course teaches you how to avoid common cybersecurity attacks and how to avoid phishing. So don't overlook the training. This is probably the most important part of the campaign follow-up. Those are the best practices for running a successful phishing campaign with GoPhish. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.